It's like I'm just playing. Hey, what's up, good people? It's Kimmy. No, I'm being very vigilant to what's going on around me. This wonderful, wonderful Sunday. So hello. Um, my video quality is a lot better today, so that's good. Just wanted to talk to you guys. I haven't been on live in a while. Got a lot of things going on around me. Not bad things, of course, only good things. But I just wanted to catch up with everybody today and see how you guys were doing, see how you were feeling. I had a couple people come to me and needed prayer, asking me just to pray for them and let me know they were going through some things. So I'm always willing to pray for anybody. Like I said, things are going really, really good. Things are always going good. When we wake up in the morning, that's an indication that things are going really good. That we were able to wake up. So that's one thing that we should always be grateful for. Um, I have to be honest though, I um, woke up this morning and I woke up from a very disturbing dream and crazy, crazy, crazy dream. I had this dream. I don't know where this is coming from because I do like a lot of a really heavy like praying and worshiping before I go to bed. I actually do it a lot um, throughout the day. Oh no. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna I didn't realize I was listening to this. Let me pause this because this is not what I wanted to listen to. I was actually trying to listen to the 4448Z um, tones. It's like, for healing and uplifting and stuff like that. Anyway, and that was 432. But anyway, everything is good. Like I said, all is well. Everything is as it should be. Um, but I woke up this morning to this very unusual dream. I had a dream. Now, mind you, anybody that knows me in real time, ever since I was a little girl, whenever I would have a bad dream, it would always take place in the home that I grew up in my adopted mother's house. Because a lot of stuff happened in that house, which has now been remodeled and all of that. But whenever I would have a bad dream, it would take place in that house. So yet again, I had another very disturbing dream, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I don't really know what to make of it. I'm, giving it to God. Um, sometimes they say dreams are indications of different things. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just dreams. But I had a dream, right? Um, that I was in my mother's backyard. It was like me, I want to say, yeah, like me, my children, my grandkids, and we were in the backyard. And this is weird, y'all. These, now, mind you, I'll just tell what happened. I'm not even gonna give an explanation right now about it being a good neighborhood, not being a good neighborhood. But anyway, we're in the backyard. It was me, my grandkids, some other people, whatever. We're in the backyard, and all of a sudden, these guys came around on four-wheelers, and I love motorcycles. I love motorcycles. I love NASCAR, race car, four-wheelers. I love all of that. Go fast type BMX bikes, all of that. I really like all of that type of fast-paced stuff, whatever. So it was two guys in particular, and it was like a group of them. So these two guys actually had two. I wanted to say two people that they were laid across the four-wheelers. I don't know. Okay, in my dream, I think they were dying, I guess. Isn't it weird how dreams happen though? But yeah, they come around and they're making all this noise on their four-wheelers. And I noticed that two of them in particular had two people like laying across, as they were driving. And at first they drove past me and they went up the street. But then for some reason, they came back and they drove through my yard. And initially, they disappeared. And you know how dreams will change and go into a different setting. So it goes into a different setting where the two people that were originally um, driving around, I want to assume these people that are dying, I'm assuming they had been shot or something. I can't remember the whole thing, but I want to believe, or not believe, I want to think that, these people got shot, whatever. So the people that got shot, I'm going to assume that they somehow took them to the hospital or something. Anyway, the dream turns into these people – um, taking me and my family hostage. Yeah. So it's weird because, like I said, I was outside with my family. I can't remember who, but they were able to get inside. But I was left outside with um, two of my grandsons. And so I kept telling my grandson, just, my grandsons, act like you don't see them. Just act like you don't see them, whatever. So anyway, this guy walks up to me and my grandkids, and he has, never forget. Will never forget. He has a gun made of gold. Weird, right? And he points it to me, and he's like, to be honest with you, I don't remember what he said to me, but I remember him pointing a gun in my head, and he said all this stuff to me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not going to say anything, you know, whatever, whatever. So then the dream changes to, um, I guess him making like me and my grandkids go inside. Okay, then it changes to where I'm the only one in a house full of people with guns. It was one girl that was sitting there, and she just kept talking shit to me, kept talking shit to me, and I'm just like, I just want to smack this. You know what? I just, I don't know where this dream came from. I don't know what the heck that means, but yeah, I'm sitting in, like throughout the whole drink because it lasted for a long time. I'm sitting there and we're always at this like round table, and they're just like, like talking. Actually, it was the girl that kept talking crap to me. I don't know why, but yeah, they're just like, every time they would tell me to do something, I'd just be like, I'm not comfortable with that, so they start, excuse me, like bringing out their guns and stuff like that. Well, let me tell you the fucked up part about it. Oh God, I cussed. And I marked it this was kid friendly. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have marked it this was kid friendly. Let me tell you the absolutely gross thing about this. And this is what I understand. This is why I'm upset. And I had to talk to somebody, and they were like, Kim, sometimes you just have dreams. Your dreams don't necessarily have to always, um, mean something or whatever. So I'm going through all this stuff, all this harassment, these people with guns, this guy with this golden gun pointed at my head, this, and that. So the dream switched into me being friends with these people. And I can't remember what happened after that. I just, and I don't like when my dreams do that. They go from one stage to another stage to another stage. But at the end, um, I end up being friends. You know what? This is the crazy thing. This is what I love about Yahweh and Yeshua, God and Jesus, because I've been told by doing my research that that is actually their real names, that their names were actually changed, that God's real name is Yahweh, which I've heard people say, but I didn't pay it no mind. And then I also heard people say, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, yes, I'm sorry. I had to look at something because I'm expecting somebody to come bring me something. Yeah, Yeshua, Yahweh, Yeshua. Anyway, their names were changed. Religious people, whatever, changed their names. So in every denomination or whatever, um, it means something different. Yahweh, like I've said before, Yahweh, Allah, whatever, whatever. I'm going to call them Yahweh and Yeshua, Yasuhua, I think. I don't know. I wrote it down. I got it written down somewhere. But remember, which is when I came on just now, I was telling you guys I didn't understand what that dream meant. But it's amazing how spirit will come to you. I was sitting here thinking maybe the dream meant, even in a bad situation, I have the ability to turn a situation around. So maybe that's what it meant. Because even to go further with this, well, I had that dream wake up this morning, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna pray about that. I'm gonna, you know, just we're gonna forget all about that. So then, you guys, I wish I had my cell phone because I wanted to read this to you. And I have a neighbor, and I told you guys about my neighbor before. And I have a neighbor. She's an older lady, really nice, really sweet, really kind-hearted. And I just got to choose. um, okay, that's my bathroom. I need to close my bathroom door, but I won't do that right now. But anyway, really nice older lady. When I first moved here, I really didn't like her too much, which is really ignorant for me to say because I really didn't know her. She just seemed to have this like really disposition about her. But I'm the type of person I prefer to get to know a person without, he said, she said, and all the other stuff. Not that anybody ever told me anything about her. It was just a feeling that I got from her just looking at her. She just wasn't too friendly. Anyway, let's speed this up a little bit. So I don't drive. I live out here in the boonies, Manassas, boo, over in Virginia, boo, 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 whatever. We ain't even gonna get into that. Anyway, about her, she, um, when I first, one day when I first met her, we had a 3 hour conversation in the middle of the cold. Because you know me, I'm very patient, which is not really like at Aries because we usually like really impatient. And she pulled up on me. I was taking my trash. I was coming back from taking my trash out. She pulled up on me and she was like, "Excuse me." She said, "I wanted to apologize to you." She said, "I've seen you outside and I didn't wave to you, but I wanted to let you know that I've gone through a lot of things in my neighborhood." So I'm like, okay, that I can understand that. She just started telling me about different things that have happened in the neighborhood to her. And initially, I'm just like, oh God, this is this. And I'm not going to lie. When she was telling me some of these things, I was like, this old lady is crazy. It's crazy. Um, but I'm a very understanding person, and I know that people do and say things for whatever reason. And who am I to judge? That's one thing I don't like to do. I might have my opinion about something, um, but I'm not into judging people for who they are, what they say, or stuff like that. That's just like really distasteful to me and wrong. It's not my job. My job is to listen to understand. Listen to console, listen to, pray for you, whatever. So anyway, she goes on about the neighborhood, what goes on in the neighborhood, not paying attention. I'm listening to her. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking, oh, this lady's a little cuckoo. And she's talking about how the maintenance men be coming in her house when she don't, I gotta sneeze, when she don't know they coming in the house. Just ranting on 3 hours, had me out in the cold. And I wasn't coming from taking my trash. I was coming from the Target that is like right there. Um, so I'm like, okay. So then every time we see each other, we say, hi, what, hi, whatever. How you doing? Bless you. So she again calls me over another day. She was like, I noticed that you don't drive. If you ever need anybody to take you to the store, um, if you need to, ride to the store, I'll, take you to the store. So I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever. So she's been taking me, to the Walmart up the street, so I can do my grocery shopping. Um, she was telling me about, again, different things that, happened in the neighborhood, different things that were going on. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So she was telling me about, um, she has a neighbor, um, and something about let me just say that she has parking war issues. And the shit is getting, God forgive me for saying this like this, but the shit is getting out of control where it like really upset me this morning and really took me somewhere because that's just not that's just not my thing. I don't know what that comment is. I'm gonna rebuke that or whatever. Anyway, let me finish with what I'm talking about. See how the enemy tries to come in and just anyway. So she was telling me how the neighbor sometimes they box her in, she can't get into her car, this, and all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Until the point is she's always talking about how she was somewhere and she got cut off. She was, coming into the driveway. Somebody was looking at her. Somebody was staring at her. They cut her off. They did this and they did that. And at first I was like, and I ain't gonna lie, I think I was feeding into it. I was feeding into it by listening to it. And I'm like, oh my God, that really happened to you? Oh goodness, I'm sorry you went through that. This, and this. Um, so she told me about how our neighbor has a son who's like 17, 18 who drives. And he comes through this parking lot like a bat out of hell. Well, she told me how one night she was sitting in her car and she's sitting here, he pulled up to her bumper right here. So she claims he beat back. She called the police. The police was like, stay away from her. Yes. Thank you. Stay away from her. This, and all this other stuff. Okay, to make a long story short, um, I know that me coming on YouTube is a form of gossiping because I'm telling you about what happened. And some of you will take that as a form of gossiping. And I really don't give a shit if you do. Um, I am not into gossiping. I don't care about the next person's business. When I tell you I live a very quiet and peaceful, reserved, what other words I want to use? Like a very, like, you would think that I was a witness protection. That's how I like to live my house, my life. I don't like the people know my business, and I don't like to be in people's business. I don't care who drives what, who's cheating on who husband was sleeping with the lady. I don't care about nothing like that. She does. Like I said, at first, we were hanging out, whatever. She's retired, so she literally goes to Walmart or somewhere every day, which is, cool, and I go on for the ride, but she always has a story. And at first, it didn't bother me, but now it's starting to bother me because it's getting to the point to where now it's just freaking gossip. Shaylin, I wanted to tell you, I wanted to, I wanted to tell you guys, you're gonna be like, honestly, does she have anything better to do? And I'm contemplating my friendship because I'm at a different place in my life. I am worshiping, praying like at least 10 times a day, and I'm telling you why. I'm gonna tell you why I have to do that. Um, I have to do that for myself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally because if I don't do it, I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, my mind just wanders, and then we in a whole nother, yeah, it's not a good thing. So I feel like I have to be consistently filled with like praise and worship. And there's nothing wrong with that, to each their own. That's my thing. And that's what I have to do for myself to be productive and um to get through my day. Um so with that being said, it's starting to it's like now it's like gossiping. And for the last, I want to say 2 weeks, what I do is, like I said, I send out these little things that so say like good morning, happy Monday, give all your worries and your fears to God, have a blessed day, whatever. I just send little blessings to people. So I send those to her and she'll say, thank you, good morning, thank you. And she'll add her little, God is amazing. And then it starts. The last 2 weeks, this is literally what I get. I wish my daughter would bring me my phone because I want to go into detail. And today I've had enough of it. Like I've fucking had enough of her shit today. Like, this is what she does. After I said all this, and we talk about God and Jesus and how great He is, and give your prayers, and not this, and this. And I have to admit, I was feeding into it at first, so she got comfortable, and that's why she assumes I'm okay with it. And now, for the last, I guess, 4 or 5 days, I've been kind of like redirecting her and talking about something else, and not feeding into her whole "I want to be in everybody's business" shit. Um, these are the messages that I'll get. Um, Lady, lady, lady with the white car last night parked in front of African lady's house last night. Thinks she having an affair with husband, but I don't know. 5 minutes later, it'd be um, Hispanic boy down the street, two girlfriend, think he cheating on one of them. One might live here. This, and this. Um, uh, uh, then she says, African man next door cheating with the lady 2 doors down from you. Seen him go in her building. She goes into detail this time. Kids must be in school. Um, must not have job. When I say she goes into detail, she goes into detail. I'm like, how do you come up with this? How do you know all of this? And at first, like I said, I was like, oh wow, okay. I wasn't necessarily feeding into it where I'm like, ooh, girl, for real, because that shit is stupid. Excuse my French. Well, actually, it's not French. I don't speak French. I speak English and a little bit of Spanish, and speaking tongues too. Okay, but the point is get to the point where it's getting to be disgusting, freaking annoying, and it's just like, who gets up in the morning worrying about what the next man is doing. Who gets up in the morning to write a whole 2-3 minute page text about what's going on in their neighborhood? I could see if it was, um, did you hear the gunshots last night? Be careful. But this is detailed shit. Lady with the white SUV, tag number 54320, parked at apartment B 560. She goes in detail about the shit. And to me, that's a form of gossiping. And I don't like that shit. And I don't want to hear that shit. See that in my phone when I wake up every. Wait a minute. Shaylin! She knows she hear me. And yeah, it's just really getting on my nerves. And I'm just like, so this is what happened this morning. I hear not, I'm sleeping. I was like, I don't want to, I'm trying to wake up this morning like around 12 noon. I just want to sleep in today. So I hear a knock on my door. I'm not expecting anybody. And I don't like people knocking on my door unless I know you're coming. So I wasn't going to answer. So guess who texts me? Her. Um, hurry up, answer door. Church people knocking on your door. So I text her ass back, why would I answer my door? I don't know these people. She puts, um, they from St. Paul Vents Church up the street. When you receive help from them, they'll come knock on your door. And okay, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, I never received any help from them. And third of all, how do you see all of this? Now, I could be a smart ass and go make a whole video and show you where she lives in coordinates to where I live at, which is literally right across the street from me. But she good because her blinds are so well worked that you don't even know she's looking out the window. Because I was thinking to myself, how does she know this? Because then she sends me another text messages in detail. Shaylin, bring me my phone. Um. So then she says, well, I know you said you were looking for a church. So I'm like, okay, So I'm like, you on Roblox? Yeah. Okay, well you gotta wait because I need my phone. So then she's like, oh, love the image. So then she's like, so then she's still talking. So then she goes into the whole, um, thing again about somebody's business. Let's go back. Let's go back. This morning, this is what really pissed me off. This morning, I send this little 10 o'clock at night, white lady here with white van. Okay. Mind you, at Target. She's telling me this. Okay. So, okay. This is what I get this morning. I didn't even send her anything yet. So, um, today she put, open your door, church people, hurry. I put, oh wow. She put, now next door to you. I put, why would I open my door? I don't know them. I don't. Oh God. Okay. She says, when you get help from St. Vince de Paul, they come on Sunday after church. And I put, oh, I didn't know that. They look like Jehovah's Witness. Not that I have anything against Jehovah's Witnesses, but I put, oh, I look like Jehovah's Witness. I never got help from St. Vince de Paul or whoever that is. I don't know who that is. So then I sent her this nice little greeting right here. Probably can't even see it. Anyway, the greeting says, good morning. Today, may God take care of all your needs, remove your burdens, and fill your heart with his joy and peace. May his love fill your heart at home. Amen. Have a blessed day. This is what I sent her. This is what I get back. Christian Church, Woodbridge Right. Really good help if you call. Number not show. They always call. And I put, oh, okay, I'm in bed. They woke me up knocking. So then this is what she puts. And this is what really pissed me off. And it might sound petty to y'all, but this is the shit that I get every day. And I, like I said, I'm not into gossiping and I'm not into that BS. So this is what I put. I mean, this is what she tells me. Now I can't tell you the name she puts. I told blank, white lady with blue Jeep, parked African lady. White, I told Told blank, white lady with blue Jeep parked in front of African lady home across the street. Okay. Then white man with red SUV parked next to me. Boy with white car parked in between white van. They have to protect him, but daily he does, but he doesn't need any help because devil is a liar. Not messing with us. I will sue for discrimination. Now, mind you, it's the family that lives in the apartment building next to her because the way our community is set up, it's two townhouses and then a 4 unit apartment building. Two townhouses, 4 unit part, and they're all connected or whatever. Are they connected? Yeah, some way somehow they're connected. So like I said, she's had a run in with this family's son who's like 17, 18, comes through the parking lot, whatever, cut her off, pulled up to her, whatever. So then um she's gonna file for discrimination because they parked next to her. And let me go on to say the reason why she's saying that she's going to file for discrimination is because 2 Saturdays ago, I don't know if I told you this, her and I were sitting in the car. I think I did. Her and I were sitting in the car um, in front of my house, and the young man just coincidentally parked on my side where I live at, and she had pulled in beside his car. So they called the police and told the police that they were fearful that there were two black women sitting in the car. And I don't know. I think I told you guys about this. I was sitting while being black, sitting in a parked car for like an hour or so while being black. Yeah, it was awful. Had three police officers pull up on us talking about we received a call that you guys were sitting in the car, this, that, and this. The lady that lives in the building next to you was concerned because her son is parked right there, and the driver has had verbal altercations with him before. But I went up and talked. They went up and talked to her. There's no immediate uh, issue or anything like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really fucked up behind that. So I was like, this Caucasian lady is fearful for sitting in her fucking car. Because that's what the police told us. They told us, and he turned his little body cam on. He said, I got a call from the lady right there, told us what she looked like, who she was, that there were two black women sitting in the car and that she was fearful. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. I'm so sick of this fucking Sue Becky. Oh my God, black people sitting in the car, black people fucking barbecuing. Get the fuck out of here already. See, now it's taking me somewhere else. Like, I'm so sick of that shit. Like, get the fuck over it already. Like, who should be scared of who? Let's, if we really want to get into this shit. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there because we're not gonna do that. But the fucked up part about this whole situation is while she's telling the Caucasian police officers, which I, met one of them before, like at the store. He was like a really nice guy. So that's why I'm not really worried about it too much. While she's calling about us two black women that she's fearful about, this biatch got two half black children. But that don't mean nothing because I know someone who dated a black man, and every other word out of her mouth was the N word to him. You are worthless, Niger. I don't even care, and it goes both ways. Another race dating another race will call that race out of the name. That don't mean, and the really weird thing about it is that the lady that I'm talking about, both of her grandkids are half Caucasian. Her daughter's children are half Caucasian, but it just blows me that she played the victim, the whole I'm scared white lady, and you have two black children. Hopefully her black babies were not home to see this because I think that's fucking disgusting. Like, get over yourself already. But anyway, I ain't even gonna let that take me nowhere. I'm gonna pray for her. Like I told the police officer, I don't care. She can keep calling the police and being fearful of little old black me sitting in the car. As long as she don't put her hands on me, we're great. We're good. You really have to pray for ignorant people like that. And like I said, it goes both ways. And getting back to what I was talking about. So then my neighbor says, and this is what really ticked me off today. And I actually cried about it because when I get upset, I cried. I'm just like, I can't do this. It's every morning. I'm going to go back and read some of the text messages I get. So this is what she says. After I sent her all this stuff about give your words to God and this is this, she goes, yes, somebody was out over here 1 a.m. music loud, soul man in next townhouse in a regular taxi van, switching time day. He doing then another tall light skinned guy staying there. He running in and out late. Cars SUV drive up, wait, then leave. Yes, their business, but I pray never see another drug bust. A shame family at home. Bitch, at 1 o'clock in the morning, excuse me, you know all that. You know that it was 1 a.m., music loud, soul man in next townhome in regular taxi van, switching daytime, don't know what that means. He doing then another tall, light skinned guy stay there. He running in and out late, car SUV. You know all of that. That they have SUV. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He was tall and light skinned. At 1 o'clock in the morning, you know all of this. See, that's the shit I don't like. And excuse me for my tone, my demeanor, but why is you in people's damn business at 1 o'clock in the morning? Like I'm getting myself upset all over again. Yes, I'm talking about it because it's my channel. I can and I'm venting about it. But bruh, why is you so detailed in people's business? You don't I just don't understand it. And it blows my mind. I don't know if the detail of it blows my mind or the fact that she's so damn nosy blows my mind or the fact that I'm on a different level and I'm just trying to do something different with my life. Be honest with you, I've never been a gossiper. I don't sit around and gossip about people. I think that's pathetic, disgusting, low class, and low budget. Sitting around gossip, talking about people. What did you gain from that? Even though I'm talking about the situation. So don't come for me. Yes, I'm talking about the situation. Yes, I'm telling you guys about the situation. Um, I just don't like stuff like that. And it's getting to be repetitive. It's getting to be every single day. This person, white car, white van, parked out front. Da 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 da. Black car parked in front of your house. Not supposed to be there. First of all, we don't have a sign parking. It's this whole parking war shit she got going on. I can't take it. And I want her to miss me with it. And I don't want to you know, dissolve a friendship over it. What I've been doing though is I've been redirecting her. I just been when she goes to talk about it, excuse me, as you notice, I'll talk about something else instead of because at first I was like, oh really? Oh wow, I'm sorry this happened to you. And that's feeding into it. So now what I do is I'll say stuff like, ooh, I hope it don't snow today. And she was still oh yeah, last week SUV Georgia tags did ABC this. Bruh, freaking bruh. I don't care who parks where, who cheating on who did this, who did that. I just want to live a nice, peaceful, quiet life in my damn business. Minding your business is so wonderful. But that's what I was saying when I say she's good because if you look where she lives at, her blinds are perfect, honey. Like my blinds are all messed up because my kids always in the window and I'm always putting the blinds up and down to let the sunlight in and all that other wonderful stuff. Her her knowledge of what's going on in the neighborhood for someone who barely goes anywhere and does not talk to anybody is superb. Her blinds look like they've never been lifted a day in their life. How are you seeing all of this? How did my daughter was like, my 16 was like, Mom, she probably got a camera. I was like, oh, she has to because when you're nosy like that, usually your blinds are a little wrinkled or, dismembered or something like that. Her blinds are perfect, honey. Perfecto. Those blinds are in top. The blinds is good. How is she? Whew, me don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. Don't care. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out a way to get her to miss me with all that because I don't I don't I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be bothered with someone like that. I already had to um, get rid of one neighbor that I think I'm going to have to end up saying something to. My sister had been staying with me. She befriended a neighbor down the street. I told you about that. The Cash App lady, the lady that tried to work me with my own Cash App, tried to say I offered her to use my Cash App because her son was going to send her some money. And they tried to say that I took the money off the card and the money cleared, which this woman had the card all along. And then I found out that they actually tried to use my Cash App card 2 Saturdays ago to pay a Comcast bill, tried to work me and fear me into giving them $300. And like I told them before, here you go. Um, okay, tell her don't do that. Okay. Tell her don't do that no more. Um, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but from 2005 up until March of just recently, I had to, and I say had to because I could not afford to live in nicer areas. So I lived in the District of Columbia. So I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot. The mentality and some of the parts of the District of Columbia is nothing to be played with. They don't play. And that's one thing I will always give my respect to DC about. 90% of those people are not fake. If they don't like you, you're gonna know they don't like you. They're not gonna chit chat and be fake and talk behind your back. If you know Chiquita don't like you or Lil Boo don't like you, they gonna let you know they don't like you. Here in Virginia, it's not like that. It's so much two-face, so much backstabbing, so much gossiping. And I'm not trying to say everywhere in Virginia, but my experience here in Virginia, y'all are some of the fakest people I ever met in my life. Always whispering, talking about people. And I'm not like that. I've never been like that. And I grew up in actually Montgomery County. And it's just in my DNA to not be fake. If I don't like someone, you're gonna know it because I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna converse with you. I'm not gonna sit in your face and smile and be like, yes, ma'am, and all the other stuff. I don't do that because that's being fake, and I speak my mind. That's what my ex didn't like about me. I spoke my mind. If I thought you was trying to fuck me over or whatever, I'm gonna say something like, bruh, you're not gonna do this. And that's what a lot of people can't handle about me is that I'm not gonna be fake and I don't bow down to that fakeness or allow people to whatever. But anyway, I said that to say these Virginians out here, horrible. Not all of you, not all of them, but a good majority of them that I've witnessed myself. Um, y'all don't know how to keep it real. You don't know how to keep it real. And I'm not trying to say that if you don't like somebody, you have to be like, I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. But don't be fake about it. Don't pretend that you like with someone or that you're someone's friend just for whatever it is. But then later on, you're talking about something because this is a real small community and word gets around. And I personally um, don't have time for it. And that's how I call her the Cash App lady is. And she keeps knocking on my door. And I told this lady, people are like, you really told her that? I'd be like, yeah, I could show you. I texted to her and then I told her verbally after she tried the whole plan me game, talking about I took the money off the car. Her son said this. After her son threatened me, her son gonna say he better, because he claiming that he sent the money to like some cell phone number. And I'm like, ain't nobody tell you to do that. I told your mother to send it to my cash tag. Remember, I told y'all that. So he gonna say, not knowing that she got me on speakerphone, she better hope he can get his money back. What? I better what? I better who? He had me fucked all the way up that day. And ever since then, because to me, I took that as a threat. You don't know me and your mother don't know me. I was nice enough to be like, hey, you're trying to get some money delivered, to you. I do have a cash app because he recommended she get a cash app. And you send it to the wrong number. I better hope. Nah, bro. He had me docked that day. And I told her, right on the speakerphone. She quickly took it off speakerphone. I said, "Excuse me." I said, "I better what?" I said, "Now anybody tell your mother to tell you to send no money to no cell phone number? Who does that? I don't have my cell phone number hooked up to my Cash App because for me that's stupid." And I go through numbers sometimes, like I change my drawers every, 3, 4 times a day because I like being clean. But anyway, he better hope he can get his money back. Anyway, I think that whole thing was a scam because a week went by. I still let her have the card. She come to me again after I told her about herself. I said I did not receive the money. I don't know what your son is talking about. So she had another audacity come at me again last week. Well, he said that he sent it to your email, to your cash app, and it was cleared. So I went off and I said, look, I said, miss me with this whole cash app. You sent the money, it cleared. I said, oh Lord, I said, unbeknownst to you and your son, I canceled the card last week. So there's no way that you could have sent anything anywhere. And there, you still have the card. Why are you playing games with me? Well, you could have deleted the transaction. If you go into your cash app and you press, all your transaction, there is no way you can delete the transaction. Not on my phone anyway. So I told her about herself. I said, miss me, leave me alone. Do not knock on my door ever again. I don't like you. And I told her this. And I can go get my cell phone because I also sent it to her ass in a text message. Because I have gone through too much shit with people playing with me, manipulating me, making me feel bad, trying to guilt me into doing this and this. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that. The next person that tries to play games with me, and I'm saying this shit on loud, I will fuck you all the way the fuck up. I'm not the one to be playing with. I'm a very good person. I can say that. I pat myself on the shoulder. I'm a very good person. I will do anything for anybody, and I'm not going to allow anyone ever, 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 ever again to manipulate me or to guilt me into doing something or guilt me into feeling bad about not being truthful or honest. I'm not doing that shit no more. You got me fucked up. I'm not doing that. And I told her stop knocking on my door. She continues to knock on my door. Then she comes out the other day, try to ignore her, act like I didn't see her. And one of the worst things happened. She walks up to me tomorrow. Um, I told you you didn't have nothing to do with that. I know you didn't tell my son to send that to that. I said, can you please leave me alone? She grabs and hugs me. To me, no, no, no. It's not worth losing a friendship. Friend, but you're not my friend. I don't. You're my sister's friend because y'all like getting drunk and high together. So we're not friends. We never were friends. And then she hugged me, and I felt like I was just, ugh. And I'm just keeping it real, like, and I know that I should not harbor this. You would probably say hate. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I know I shouldn't harbor this hate and all this stuff for her, but like, bitch, you try to like manipulate me and try to like scam me out of $300 and try to like you took my kindness for a weakness, and then you tell me you don't want to lose a friendship. First of all, we were never friends. Second of all, we were never friends. Third of all, I told you to leave me alone. Fourth of all, I don't care too much for you. I don't like you. So leave me alone. I told you verbally to your face. She continues to knock on my door 3, 4 times a day. And anybody that knows me real time knows that's one of my pet peeves. Don't become knocking on my door. Call me and let me know that you're coming. I don't like that. Don't be knocking on my door because I might know you. I'll leave your ass outside knocking until your damn knuckles bleed. I don't like stuff like that. She continues to knock on my door. Comes up to me the other day, hugs me, tell me, I'm so sorry. I told you I wasn't mad at you. You didn't have anything. I know I didn't have anything to do with it. You and your son tried to scam me, and you still walking around out here like everything's okay, like that. That wasn't a whole problem. And then your son threatening me, tomorrow. I better hope he get his money back. Never even seen me a day in his life, but you hope something? I better what? Like, I don't like being around. I'm the type of person, this is what I tell people, and I'm gonna tell y'all this too. You have choices in life. You have choices to deal with certain situations and not deal with certain situations. And people always ask me, they be like, how do you just dismiss stuff? Because I have a choice. Um, I can know you for 10, 15 years. But if you screw me over or lie on me, steal from me or something like that, I'm not going to deal with you. And I don't care how much history we have. I have the choice not to deal with you. And that's just how I am. And people are like, you you know, just just brush stuff off so easy. No, no, I don't brush it off easy, but I know that I have a choice because I used to be really passive aggressive. I used to be really passive aggressive, do stuff I didn't want to do, have friends I didn't want to have just to, you know, make people happy. And I refuse to do that anymore. It's not a good feeling, you know. One sided, one sided friendships and stuff like that. It's not a good feeling. I don't have time for that. And then this is what she says to me after she hugs me and makes me cringe. She says to me, "Oh, like what you doing?" Like she still don't get the point. After I told her, I said, "Well," I was like, "Can you not talk to me right now?" I said, "I don't want to be your friend. I just wish that." No, I didn't say I wish. I said, "You and I are not friends. Please don't knock on my door." Um, but come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's not that big of a deal. It is big of a deal because you tried to scam me, bruh. You could have. I'm not even gonna say woulda, coulda, whatever. Mhm. Like if you had been anybody else, you would got your ass whooped. You and your son would have got fucked up. Let me just say that. But I'm not. I'm not gonna say I'm not built like that. But that's not where I'm at right now in my life. But she really could have got fucked up because that's some big stuff. Like y'all don't even know me to be playing with me like that. Like don't do that. It really hurt because I was like, damn, they don't even know me like that. Like you really took my kindness for a weakness off the jump. And this is the same lady that I consoled because her boyfriend left her. Now I know why he left her because she's mean. She's a bully. She's a con artist. And then I've heard from two other neighbors um, about her that she has done the same thing to them, that she stole from them. She we got a ride one day from somebody. The lady's purse fell over. The lady said she gathered her purse up and none of her money, none of her credit cards and stuff were in there. Whew, child. I don't have time for that. Miss me, stay away from me with it. I don't have time for it. I don't want to be bothered with it. Stay away from me. Then she gonna say, I'm coming in my house. This is what she had in her to say. Uh, we still love each other, right? We still friends. Bitch, what part of stay away from me don't you understand? What part of I don't like you stay away from? What part of you try to play me, manipulate me, you know, to run game on me don't you understand? Stay away from it. We still love it. What world do you live in? Like these Virginians, honey, and no disrespect to y'all Virginians that are just like really good people, but y'all Virginians that are freaking delirious and backstabbing and lying, like stay away from me. We still love each other. And I know what she meant, like a little girlfriend friendly thing. Uh, no, sorry, we're not. No, no. And then it's funny because a couple days later, my sister comes to me and says, "I want to let you know she's really messed up in the head. She's really gone through a lot of stuff in her life, and she really needs you. She really needs for you to pray for her, and she really needs you. Just try to talk to her. Bitch, you're delirious too. I'm sorry, but you're delirious too. Anybody that knows me knows one of my nicknames. And don't get me wrong, because I know that y'all like judging people. Oh, last week she was talking about Jesus and God and this and how she had an encounter with the archangels and this. But I'm also a human being and I also go through things just like you all go through things too. And I'm human. I had to get that out the way because people on YouTube is not YouTube, it's JudgeTube because that's what you all like to do. Y'all will drag a person to the end of the road back. I really don't care because I don't fear nobody but God anyway, and I don't even fear Him. He's my friend, even though I'm supposed to. Ooh, maybe I should take that back. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, um, yeah, my sister's like, oh, she needs you. She's this, she's that, she's that. And I understand. I get that. Something is probably wrong with her, but I have the choice not to deal with it. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. I pray for her because I do. I pray for her. It's like the lady with all the gossip, the white van parked here, affair, and this. I pray for her all the time. And I just ask that, God takes this whatever obsession she has about who parked where and who's cheating on who, take that away from her because it has consumed her. And I know how it feels or what it can do when you allow something that is not positive to consume you. It will consume you. It will eat you. It will make you think that you are going crazy. I am speaking from personal experience. And I refuse. But I like I told my sister, I'll pray for her. But you tell her to stop knocking on my door because I'm not playing with her. I told her the next time she knocks on my door, I'm gonna call 911 and say she's harassing me because I don't want to be. I don't want to be bothered with it. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't want to be bothered. I'm an introvert anyway. I know, right? How does an introvert have a YouTube channel? If you don't know what an introvert is, it's a person who's like really laid back and really quiet and really shy. I don't do a lot of social events. I like my peace and quiet. I like my privacy. Imagine that. You're on YouTube telling all your business. But I like my privacy. Those that know what I mean, you'll get it. I like my privacy. So, but that's my horrific story. But um mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna leave that in the past. Do you guys know about I've ever heard of huh? Oh, I'm ready. You can bring it to me. You won't be on camera, I promise. Come here. You can't. The camera can't see all the way over there. It's seen inside of my beautiful girly bathroom. My bathroom is so girly. Ooh, look at my baby made me, y'all. Steak and cheese, baby. Steak and cheese, baby. Okay, but oh, that's what I was asking y'all. Y'all gonna watch me eat. I usually don't eat in front of people. I went on a date like 3 weeks ago, and I ate in front of this person. Ugh, that's a whole nother story, y'all. He was, thought he was gonna be a nice person, but he's just funky. Anyway, he's not funky like funky. What he did was funky. Like use the bathroom in front of me. Big turn off. Don't do that. I don't know you for you to be going in the bathroom with the door open, taking a urine. So I don't want to use that other word. Yeah, I was really turned off from that. But anyway, um, this is what I want to leave all that stuff that I was talking about. I want to leave it there. And I want to talk about something else. And even though I had this really, really bad dream and all the stuff that happened with my neighbor, Miss I call him isn't it crazy how we label people? I call her Miss Parking Wars. Remember I called the other lady, the Cash App lady. You guys ever put people in your phone like that? Like this is so me. I know y'all, this is me. I have this guy on my phone. Because what I won't do is I'll block people, but um, so or sometimes I won't block people. I'll leave numbers in my phone so in case that person calls me, I know to answer the phone or not. So I have stuff in my phone. I know y'all can be like, you want to hell? Probably am. All the stuff that anyway. Um, it's in the past. I have one person contacting my phone. And it says, sad ass bitch from Baltimore. And I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong of me. I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. But she from Baltimore, and she's always sad about something. I'm just like, ugh. And I have somebody else in my phone, and this is really me. And I'm actually because I'm on a new level, and I'm trying to rebuild myself and be a better person while still being human. So let's get that out the way. I have, and it's not funny, and I don't even know why I'm smiling about it. I have another person in my phone, and it says, uh, mean boy with the fucked up eye. I know that's mean, but he is mean, and he do got a messed up eye. I know that's mean as shit, but oh well. And I know you guys have people in your phone too. You have like your girlfriend, you put bae or wifey. You have mama in your phone, or maybe an old girlfriend. You might have old joint or whatever. I know I'm not the only person that does that, so whatever. Anyway, moving on. Has anybody ever heard of um? It's a religious thing. I'm starting to get into religious now. I know. So I can just switch over. Oh my god, this is so good. Mm, mm. Has mozzarella. Mozzarella. So good. Love cheese. I love cheese. Cheese don't love me. Love cheese. Anyway, have you ever heard of speaking in tongues? I'm just learning that speaking in tongues is a gift. And some of you might believe it or might not believe it. I certainly do. That is a gift that was given to me years ago, but I never um what's the word I want to say? I don't want to say used it. I never it didn't flourish. It really didn't um like really come in. And I want you guys to do your research on speaking tongues because I've done my research on different type of religions like Methodist, Pentecostal, Catholic, this is this, and they all say um it's in the Bible that because a lot of people will say that, you know, when you go to a church and they start um speaking in tongues from an outsider looking in, it looks really demonic. People are just babbling on, but it's actually a gift from God. And they say that speaking in tongues is actually um and I don't want to mislead you guys or say it the wrong way, but from what I've been told about speaking in tongues, it is the language of the angels and the language of God. It's so much stuff that people don't know about. Do you know that there's actually what they call three heavens? The first heaven, I want to say, is the heaven that's above us, and then there's two more heavens. And they say that when you have the gift, we all have this. Actually, we all have this. We all have this gift. It has to be um, I don't know, activated or something. I don't even know. I'm going to say do your research because I don't want you guys to come back and be like, well, Kim said something about speaking in tongues. I can only explain what I know about it, but from what I've researched about it, about speaking in tongues, it is the language of the angels and that language. Um, oh, hi. So one of my kids is on my phone on YouTube and just sent me a message. And I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like me messaging myself, but it's not. It's my child. Hi, Pooh. It's you, Shay. I know it's you, girl. Shay, into my phone. In the bathroom. That's you sending me messages. Yeah, it's you, bruh. You couldn't even change and go on your own page and do it. No, there's more. Tell her to go on her own page. Anyway, go on your own page. Um, as a matter of fact, come here. This is so good. It's getting cold because I'm running my mouth. Come here, little girl. Let me see. I knew it was you. You eat it. I've been just taking cheese. You want some? No. I don't mind if you comment and watch. Go on your old page and do it. Okay? My baby has her own page. It's called Today with Shay. Um, Let me look up something real quick. Was that a game or something? No, Alexis is playing the dancing to. Ooh, I like that little. It's like a little Caribbean. I don't know. Okay, this is what it just said. Wikipedia says speaking in tongues is a something, or speaking in tongues is a phenomenon in which people speak in languages unknown to them. What does it mean when someone is speaking in tongues? A person who a person who has what is known as the gift of tongues is usually in the midst of a religious ecstasy, trance, or delirium. However, I don't know this word, it's XENOGX, like glossy or something. And it's a paranormal occurrence in which a person is able to speak a language that he or she has never heard, read, or been or exposed to in any way. Is speaking in tongues a real language? Generally, however, it is agreed that speaking in tongues is a spiritual gift that can be manifested as either a human language or a heavenly supernatural language in three ways. The sign of tongue refers to the ex glossia, or whatever, wherein one speaks in an actual language they have never learned, which is true. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Um, I believe that because what are the seven characteristics of the Holy Spirit? Um, how many language did Paul speak? What is the rapture according to the Bible? What does the Bible say about speaking in tongues? So let's read this. What does the Bible say about speaking in tongues? Except cookies. The Bible says that speaking in tongues is a spiritual gift, but what does it mean? So I also believe that it's a gift because when I was doing my research on it, there's actually different points of in the Bible and in other spiritual books that talks about speaking in tongues. The gift of speaking in tongues is a spiritual gift. It means speaking with word or language one doesn't know in order to edify both oneself and others. Jesus foretold speaking in tongues and the signs will follow those who believe. They will speak with new tongues. Mark 16:17. So it's in the Bible. Mark 16:17. The first time anybody spoke in tongues was on the day of the Pentecost when the Holy Spirit was poured out on the apostle as related in Acts 2, verses 1 through 12. The apostle spoke to the gospel to the crowd in Jerusalem, and what they said could be understood by people speaking many languages. We hear them speaking in our language tongues at wonderful works of God, Acts 2:11. Later, Paul also writes about the gift of speaking in tongues in 1 Corinthians 12 and 14. However, here he writes that the person speaking in tongue doesn't speak in a understandable language. No one understands them. So it's saying that speaking in tongues is a gift from God. And when I actually looked that up in different religions, it said the same thing. When I mean by different religions, I mean like Catholic, um, whatever, Catholic, Pentecostal, whatever. I don't know the different religions. So okay. So yeah. So I actually, like I said a long time ago, um, I was actually in a my steak and cheese is getting cold. Running my mouth. I was actually in a I used to go to church with a pastor that used to speak in tongues. And because I wasn't educated about it, I always thought it was some kind of demonic craziness until about now I've gone into prayer before and I've gone to speak into tongues. But I always stopped myself because I wasn't educated on it and I didn't know, if it was good for me to do that. But now I've done my research and learned that it's actually a gift from God and we all can receive that gift. And to each their own. Um, I have been doing a lot of heavy praise and worship, trying to, just get myself to where I'm supposed to be. And it's like it comes naturally now. Like a minute ago when I was talking to y'all, I did it in my head because Spirit led me to speak. Like right now, the Spirit is leading me to speak into tongues, and I don't want to, to scare anybody. So I'm going to try to resist doing it, and I don't think it's going to work because it's making my mouth water. And I want you guys to understand this. Like I just read to you guys, speaking in tongue is a gift. They say that when you are speaking in tongues, that is literally Yahweh, God, Yahshua, Jesus, even though He is always in our presence. It is said, I'm sorry, it is said that when this happens, when the phenomena of speaking in tongues, it actually means that God, Yahweh, has opened up the heavens and He has made Himself available to actually come and be present and talk to you. God, Yahweh, Yeshua. Um, you know, I can't explain it. It's like an intimacy thing. Um, it's amazing. And I'm gonna tell you when it happens, you you feel different. It's a different feeling. Um, you will feel a feeling of like joy and just overwhelming. Like right now, this overwhelming feeling. You might even cry. Overwhelming feeling of like joy and respect and happiness and devotion. And it's just like it's a I am there. Like God is like I am here, child. Like it's a lady that I watch, and she has the I'm not going to say the ability, but because we all have this ability where we can hear from God and we can hear from who like allow whoever you worship, whoever you worship or whatever you have the ability to hear from him. But because I've been through so many things with that, I rather not. Um, for example, today when I was praying, I said, because I keep having dreams about a certain person, and I'm really trying to um like really forget this situation. I forgot the situation. I've moved on from this situation. For some reason, it's a particular person from my past that I have keep having dreams about. And anybody that knows me in real time, excuse me, knows I don't dream about people. Even though I did have a dream twice about Meek Mill. Yes, I had a dream 2 nights in a row about Meek Mill. I love Meek Mill. I don't like him enough to where I'm like a groupie or anything, but it was weird that I had a dream about Meek Mill. But anyway, um, I was asking God today. I was like, God, I've asked you to, help me, move on from the situation. I feel like I have moved on from the situation. I wholeheartedly want to move on from the situation. So why is it that I'm still having dreams and visions about this person? And this is what I said. I said, God, I want to hear from you. Yahweh, I want to hear from you. Jesus, I want to hear from you because I feel as though not feel as though I know that I have that ability too, because when I was prior about a month ago, when I was going through my spirituality, and remember I told you guys about the encounters I had with the archangels. I actually remember I was telling you how when I was going through that whole thing where I would had a panic attack and the four highest ranking archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Ariel, revealed themselves to me. They actually told me who they were, which I thought was magnificent. So I know I have that ability to, be still and, hear God's voice or whatever. But I choose not to because I had a episode where I was remember the automatic writing app episode where I was doing automatic writing, and a bad entity came through and had me write some stuff that was not too kind and tried to say that it was coming from God, and it was not, because God would never say. And I'm just going to say a little piece of what they had me say. They had me write down. Um, they portrayed themselves to be one of God's archangels, and said that God was seeking revenge on me. Now, anybody in their right mind knows that God would never seek revenge on you. Now, He will allow you to be broken for you to get back to where you need to be, acknowledging Him and knowing that, He really is the only one that can, make things better for you. With your help, of course, with prayer, stuff like that. So I said this when I say, I really want to hear from you. I only want to hear from the Holy Spirit. this, and this, and then I had to, and I did. It was amazing because I allowed myself to hear um from him. And what he said to me was, he said, um, "Dear child, um, I want you to know that I will never leave or never forsake you. That everything is as it should be, and that all is well." That's what I heard. And I know that was nobody but Yahweh, was God. And it was amazing. And I started, to really pray and, go into tongues. And I went down on my knees and I started to pray and this and that. And it was really good. And I feel a lot better now. And I was able to come on here and tell you guys about what happened with my neighbor, Miss Parking Wars and all that. And my neighbor and curse and do all that stuff that I did. Um, because I'm still a human being. I'm transforming. I'm a human being. I know where I want to be. I want to always be um, in the presence of God, because I know that if I'm not in the presence of God, if I'm not in the presence of Yahweh, for me, um, it's not a good thing, because I'm very sensitive. I'm very loving and just sensitive, and sometimes I take things a little personal. I always want to help and be a support of somebody. So sometimes it gets to be um, a little hard for me. So, like I said the other day, where I'm at right now is I always pray. I'm always thankful. I'm thankful for everything. I'm even thankful for this cold steak and cheese, because I want to talk to y'all, and I enjoy talking to y'all. But I feel like if I feel like I need to pray without, how do they say it? Pray without ceasing. Can you imagine? I heard that sometimes Buddhists pray for days. I cannot imagine that. Oh my God, that is just something else. Like, they literally sit there for days to pray. Don't have to use the bathroom or nothing. Um, just like I learned that Jesus and somebody else fasted for 40 days. Was it 40 days? Yeah, they fast. I might have this wrong, but somebody, it said that they fast for 40 days. Now, I did read a story about two women that I think fast. I forget how many, for like 2 weeks or something, but they end up dying of like dehydration or something like that. But I've been studying that too, the reason for fasting, and I know that a lot of if you uh, if you do your research in other religions like Islamic religion, Catholic religion, Baptist religion.